Because there are so many people caught up in the criminal justice system. There are those who are the victims of crime, and our communities must reach out to them and support them in whatever ways are needed. There are those who've committed the crimes themselves, and there are hidden victims. The children of criminals spring to my mind, because very often they face a lot of struggle. They may be bullied at school, they may be trying to live their lives with excuses to why mum or dad aren't around. There's the wider family. There are those who work in the criminal justice system itself, so those who are prison officers under increasing pressure, and those who work in our court system, which, as we know, in this present time is still struggling to catch up after the impact of the COVID pandemic. Also to the probation service, and they're under-resourced and really facing many challenges in giving the support they need to ex-offenders.
Now, of course, we talk chaplaincy, and in terms of access to the chapel, access to the chaplaincy, how important is it to have that in prison, and what are the challenges there?
Well, this is really important in my experience. Our chaplains do a wonderful job in often very difficult, sometimes dangerous circumstances. It's not uncommon for those in prison perhaps to re-find their faith or to find faith for the first time. We have our right to worship, and so that exercising that right to be able to attend Mass and other services in chapel is really important for those in prison. And our chaplains provide courses in the scripture, courses to enable people to deepen their faith. And sometimes these might begin by being seen as, well, it's a chance to be out of the cell for a bit, but that can often lead on to a real engagement with faith. It's really important that time in chapel is recognised by the prison system as time well spent, as a valuable way of spending some of your time in the prison system.
And a number of people, of course, who leave prison sadly return, sometimes more than once. So what can we do to assist in this sort of role of oversight and helping the probation service and so forth?
Well, I think the first thing is that our parish communities need to become places where those who've served their time in prison can be welcomed. And we have this thing in this country called the Welcome Directory, which is what it says. It's a directory of church communities able to welcome people who've come out of prison. Our SVP do a lot of good work in this regard as well, in supporting meeting with ex-offenders. The probation service at the moment is under immense pressure, and I do think that we could reflect on making perhaps some of our parish plant halls, meeting rooms, available to the probation service, perhaps to enable people to get to their probation officer more easily. Sometimes people go on recall to prison because they can't get to their probation officer. And so if we could help the probation service a little bit, providing some space to make it easier for people to meet with their probation officer, that would be one really valuable way of helping us get over this problem of the revolving door, if you like.
And of course, when you were updating the bishops here at plenary about the work we do in prisons and in the prison service, it's that time of year, isn't it, as we come up to Christmas, where bishops will find themselves making prison visits. What would you say the value is of those visits?
Well, yes, indeed. I think pretty much every bishop in the country will visit one or two prisons over the Christmas period, often celebrating Mass on Christmas Day. And what this does is it enables those in prison to know that they are not forgotten by the church community, and that the shepherd of the diocese is coming to shepherd them as he would anybody in his diocesan community. And that's a very, very powerful experience for those who are serving their sentences.